Balldog was driving in GTA 5 with his friend, and they were being chased by the police. Balldog suddenly did an epic jump while trying to escape the police. They ended up falling under a bridge. Hopefully they escaped. Bread was escaping the police in GTA 5 when suddenly an NPC was glitching in the road, blocking his path. He swerved left to avoid it before he hit a jump and started rolling over after he landed. Robert was driving down a highway in Germany. Suddenly, all cars started avoiding a rock in the road. One of them hit it and rolled over, but other cars in front of Robert stopped. Robert wasn't able to slow down in time. He hit a Mercedes S-Class before starting to roll over. Richard was racing behind a couple of street racers when suddenly one racer was involved in a traffic collision, causing one of them to roll over in the air, flying over Richard's car. Richard was very lucky not to get that collision animation. That would have cost him his position in the race. Richard was racing in NFS Unbound, drafting behind a Lamborghini Urus. As they hit a jump, Richard hit the Urus, which caused it to lose control in the air. It landed on Richard's roof, making Richard lose control and crash into a concrete barrier. Rhino sent us footage of him and his friend driving their Audi RS6. They were racing down a highway when suddenly his friend lost control and rear-ended a vehicle. Even Rhino got involved in this epic crash. Is it time to play the kerosene song? Zane was racing in NASCAR Roblox when suddenly a racer in front of him lost control, hitting another racer, causing a big wreck. This submitter sent us footage of a zigzag in NASCAR 2003. The first few racers went through the curve with no issue, but soon two lost control, which led to a chain reaction. Henry was driving a yellow Ford GT at high speed. He made an epic long drift through a curve at around 109 miles per hour. What great control over this legendary car! Crashmaster sent us dashcam footage from a police chase involving a box van. The driver of the box van went into an oncoming lane and crashed head-on with an oncoming vehicle. The police officer got involved as well since he was driving close behind. Alex was driving his Tesla when suddenly he got T-boned by a pickup truck. The collision happened in Roblox Car Crushers, so I hope they got a lot of points at least. Nolan was driving an Audi S6 in Johnson Valley, driving through a curve. Suddenly, he lost control, spun out, and crashed into an electric pole. The whole vehicle bent around the electric pole. Jaden was drifting at a car meet in GTA 5. He was approaching an oncoming drifter when he decided to stop, and the oncoming drifter nearly struck him. What a close call! Jaden was driving in GTA 5 with his luxury coupe. He did a crazy stunt with a nice rollover in the air. Nolan was driving his off-road vehicle in the desert, jumping over the bumpy surface. Suddenly, he lost control and started rolling over. By the way, I love the suspension work in this clip. Maurice was driving in Johnson Valley when he started driving crazily. He was overtaking vehicles and driving at a very high speed. He lost control, spun out, and crashed into an oncoming car. This submitter sent us footage of a drunk driver crashing into a parked vehicle. Police arrested the driver, who consumed a lot of alcohol before he started driving. Nico Nix was driving his Audi A6 all-road. He went on the highway, driving over 200 kilometers per hour. As he approached an exit, he slowed down heavily, lost control, and rolled over. Van was driving at night in his sports car. He gained over 400 kilometers per hour when suddenly a barrier appeared ahead. He hit the brakes, swerved left, and crashed into the guardrails. Dark Angel MVP was driving his ETK1 when he was approaching a big jump ramp. He missed it, hit a bump, and then started falling down a cliff. He hit a mountain with the roof side of his car before the force of impact crushed the car. This submitter sent us footage of a NASCAR race collision. A racer in car number 43 lost control and made contact with another racer. They both lost control before they spun out and took a third driver with them off the track. This submitter sent us a glitch from NASCAR 2003. Two vehicles were glitched into each other until suddenly the game physics realized it and the cars started bugging out. That caused a big wreck in the curve. K3 sent us a clip of him hitting a driver in the right lane. The trucker stopped, causing a driver behind him to lose control before it hit K3. We can call this instant justice. You get what you give. Adam was driving on the side of Belasco City. As he was speeding down the road, he was approaching an intersection. He realized too late that he wouldn't be able to overtake due to a car in the right lane. He rear-ended a car that was in his lane, pushing it into another car before coming to a complete stop. Shomik was racing in Trackmania Canyon, attempting to improve his time. Sadly, he forgot about the roof on the right side that was behind the jump, and he hit the roof. He then rolled over and fell off the map. Shomik was driving his Nissan Silvia in NFS Unbound. He hit a jump and landed, making an epic near miss. Look how close he was to the NPC driver. That must have been a great day for that NPC, living in his simulation. Max was driving in his Mercedes on the highway. Suddenly, an aggressive Audi driver rear-ended him, almost driving over him. The Audi somehow ended up on top of his trunk. What an epic moment! Frank sent us a cool drift. Look at how long that drift was, and you won't believe what car he used for it. It's a Chevy Express! Who would have thought you could use that as a drift car? Officer Smokey sent us footage of street racers who were involved in a collision that happened at night in Italy. You can see racers suddenly avoiding something, and one of them even hitting a black obstacle. What was it? Well, we have no idea. Blue Speedtail's car was rented out by someone. The driver went on the German highway, driving at high speed and swerving through traffic. The driver lost control when the traffic got busier in one section. The roads were slippery due to snow. The driver wasn't able to slow down and crashed into a van.